very challenging data environment. Very grateful to you for all you've done and for being with us here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
You made a statement that Thank you. You got what document was it?
Right, see you later.
Are you aware that using medical coercion is against the Nuremberg Code, Matt Hancock? The Nuremberg Code reads that the voluntary consent of the human subject is absolutely essential. This means that the person involved should have legal capacity to give consent, should be situated as able to exercise free
I'm going to give you a present, yeah?
Yeah?
I'm going to give you a present.
No, you're not.
Mr. Hancock, are you aware that using medical coercion is against the Nuremberg Code?
About it, perhaps you'd like to read it.
Honestly,
You don't like to read it?
no. I've been to this.
You used medical coercion, didn't
Would you
you?
like to read the book to check?
Hey?
You took away people's jobs and the ability to feed their families in case of the care workers, you failed to sufficiently inform subjects
Have you read it? Have you read
of your of the risks, so did not obtain or confirmed.
Sorry, we're going in here.
Not-
You're not welcome in here. Thank you.
You said that
Matt Hancock,
proven.
Yeah.
You claimed that was proven in April. What was the document that proved that? What was the document that proved? What was the document that proved? I tried to bring this.
do you believe that this natural law
What
does
was the
not apply
document
to
that
you?
showed that
The Nuremberg Code, does that not apply to you? Are you aware that it's illegal to lock people up without judge, jury, and trade?
Let me get. No, you can't go in there. That's a restricted area.
So I'm with Matt and James. You can ask them.
Security. There's these press people that are causing a bit of. They've just walked in our
can check with
building.
them. I'm with them.
Right. Have you got anything to say about what's been said?
Well, effectively he was saying that they had atrocious, absolutely atrocious, internal data. Whereas they go on about the science, and we know about the science, and we're relying upon the science. Well, actually what his admission at that meeting was half an hour talk. He basically admitted they just had a few goons within Whitehall, and even they weren't cooperating. Even the NHS.
There was no.
He
So
claimed-
you're going to the Statistical Royal Society, but there was no statistics shown.
All there was were sycophantic hangers-on, who of course think they're going to get some money. There's a paper I just read a minute ago, The Citation Mania, by John Ioannidis. He's the leading epidemiologist in the world. They don't even know who these people are. And yet they ban
Is that
them.
the book that you put in front of him?
Well,
just
no,
now?
the book I put in front of me is from Anthony Fauci. And I'm
yeah.
becoming a bona fide reseller of this book from today.
Yep.
I just wrote to the publishers and
Yep.
they're sending me a number of copies. This one here over is from John Ioannidis, and he was recognised internationally until as the world's leading, probably the world's leading scientist, but certainly the world's leading epidemiologist. And he disproved every single argument that they've just made. There was. Neil Ferguson's arguments have always been proven to be. So, what does he have left to justify his arguments on? Nothing whatsoever. And then he said about, we don't know about. We knew who. You know who died from what? From back in March, April 2020.
It's not.
But Dr. Klaus Puschel in March, April 2020 carried out, and he said, and so that destroys the whole argument. And that's still available on YouTube, that stuff. It wasn't forbidden at the time. But they forbade.
when was this? When it wasn't forbidden
In
online?
2020.
2020, you say, yeah.
In
2020, you had like a
Because in
window of.
Yes, in Germany, the medical authorities are localised, and the national government couldn't impose upon them restrictions in the same way they did in Britain. And the consequence of that was Klaus Puschel, against advice from the Robert Koch Institute in Germany, which is the leading medical institute in Germany. He carried out anyway. He carried out 300 in Hamburg, and he was on television and he said, "I'm sorry, there's no." And the fact is, of almost any, and so he said, and of course that's what it is. But these people are unwilling to discuss the consequences of their measures, even though they were not only for the people in Britain, for millions of billions of people around the world.
Yes.
And then when you ask them a question, they run away and hide behind security guards.
Yeah.
That's the truth, you know. And every time we've gone to these meetings and asked them questions, they suddenly go online. All the future meetings are online. And I doubt very much whether Matt Hancock will be holding many, even though he's launching a new book. I doubt very much.
Is he, Matt Hancock?
He's got a book
Oh,
coming
I wasn't
out
aware of
about
that.
and his role, and you know.
Oh wow.
But I doubt very much.
Taking on the
they're
hero
gonna be,
coat here.
Yeah, I doubt very much they're going to be holding many more public meetings. Well, why are they so
I could
scared,
tell.
you know?
I wasn't being let in because I was a few minutes late. So they said I had to wait until 3 o'clock.
All right, okay.
Yeah, but basically I did see a tiny bit of the live stream of Subject Access, and what I could tell was that he was very uncomfortable. His whole body language was like a little girl that wants to run away. He's like,
Yeah, and you're only supposed to, politely supposed to sit in the corner asking one question that he can respond to in such a way that he escapes, you know.
Yeah,
from
with the wording,
and
you
only
know?
one specific type of question about one specific issue.
Yeah.
And if you generalise and explain about the totality of what's happened, they freak out.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and run away like a little mouse with a couple of guards to defend him.
Because
You
he
know, what
knows
was he scared of?
someone's figured something out.
What was his? Not just someone. This is a huge swathe of the
I know,
population.
of course.
And they think we're all fools.
Yeah,
You know, they treat us with contempt.
yep,
So,
absolutely.
more madness.
Well, thank you for that, Heiko.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
They couldn't actually provide that. You asked me a simple question. You said, in April, you got the evidence.
Yeah.
Then when you asked, do you have a,
Where's
do you
the
have a link
evidence?
to it?
What is it?
Do you have a link? Do you have a
Where
website
is
to
it?
it?
Exactly.
He could not provide it. He was bumbling and he couldn't even...
Probably someone told. That's right. It's probably someone told him that is now sort of shown.
Well, he said hearsay. We've heard a lot of hearsay.
That's right. That's
He
right. He
went
said up
hearsay.
until April hearsay. So they based the lockdown.
Did they,
That's
wait,
what he
sorry,
said. That's
hearsay.
what he said.
Did they say that inside? Like
Yes,
if someone
he said
asked a
that.
question, they said hearsay?
No.
No.
Oh,
He said. When I asked him
Yeah.
about it, then he said, "Well, it was all based on hearsay initially, but in April we had the evidence."
right.
So I said, "What is the evidence?" He said, "Oh, shut up."
And it didn't become a formal finding until the start of April. Yet we were worried about it happening before then. And so making decisions in the face of that uncertainty was one of the challenges with the evidence.
I'm sorry, what was the evidential paper that showed that? What was the paper that showed that? What paper showed that? He just said he was provided with the evidence in April. What paper showed it?